So do you anticipate TKR staying in the starting
You want
lineup?
some breaking news, Ledman?
Would love it. Would love it.
As anticipated, if you read Boiler Upload on on our whole recruiting, we kind of didn't fully go out and say it, but Gicarri Harris, son of Glenn Robinson, has committed to play
Officially.
for the Purdue University Boilermakers.
Very nice. Very nice. That's big news. That's big news. I mean, he's what, mid-70s somewhere on Rivals?
I believe he is higher than that.
Oh, well, they might have just, I know they did some reshuffling recently, and I might not have seen the new rankings, but I believe at one point he was 78th.
He is a 4-star for sure.
Right.
And you are right. He is actually 86th nationally, 23rd at his position.
Okay. So that, I mean, that's great news. That we can, if you want to dig into it for a minute, we can talk about it. But let me just say that adds now a 6th person to this recruiting class. And
wild.
Purdue does not have 6 scholarships. So I don't know what we're going to do here, but
according to Matt Painter, they do.
Listen, far be it from me to question Matt Painter, but I can also do basic math, and I can count to to my teens. So I'm not sure where these scholarships are coming from. He obviously knows more than I do about their scholarship situation.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, yes. But like, would he know that now? That seems like, what do you come to your coach before the season? Hey, I'm going to stay for one more year because I think we might win the whole damn thing. And then I'm going to leave. I don't know. That seems a weird conversation to have, but I guess if you don't need the scholarship, sure.
I was a New Orleans Saints fan while Breeze was around, obviously. It's kind of the way salary cap works, I think. It's just all imaginary numbers. They don't exist.
Yeah. It's a strange situation. Yeah, I don't, it's one of those, somebody asked me on Twitter the other day when we pointed out that they were still waiting on someone else to sign. They were like, how does that work? And I was like, well, that is a future Purdue problem. And as current Purdue, you're worried about just getting the best players in, and you'll figure out the scholarship number in a month, 6 months, before they come onto campus. You'll figure it out. That is future Purdue's problem. Right now, you're trying to make your team better. And with Gicarri Harris coming on to the Boilermakers, the team just got better. So they'll deal with that in the future.
That it might be, when we're 30 years from now and we're on YouTube 14.
If I'm still doing this in 30 years, I really hope.
What else are you going to do? You're going to be retired by then.
I really hope I've gained some prominence, and maybe I'm not doing this from my my upstairs bedroom.
Just call it an office.
Well, it's like a loft with a bedroom. It's a whole thing. But regardless, it's better than having my son's letters behind me. So you've got some Star Wars stuff. You've got some Muppets.
I mean, you've already moved up. When we started doing this podcast like 2 years ago, you were sitting on a Play Kids table, right?
I was sitting on the floor with the laptop on the children's table. But we do have a new, bigger children's table downstairs. So I'm moving up all over the place.
Right. Regardless of this, this could come down as the greatest recruiting class of Matt Painter's career. Yeah, and that's saying something.
And they were ranked 8th in the country before adding Gicarri Harris. So who knows where they're going to go now?
Yeah, just in the last few years, he had a class that had Zach Edey and Jaden Ivey. It is remarkable what he's doing. Yeah. So another big get. It's a guard that fills a positional need in the future. Gicarri Harris can play.